This is Bedtime Wandering. If you're a girl or a boy who can't sleep tonight, you've opened the right book. There are hundreds of lost lands, faraway places and things looking for a friend out there, so what better place to wander through than in your snuggly bed? Tonight we are heading through the cave store. This is the story of Osbert. Meet Osbert. You'll not be the first, but you may be the first to make him a friend. Osbert is different to the other boys and girls of his town. He has no mummy and no daddy. His body is too big and his head too long, or so he is told. Osbert tried hard for many years of his young life to make a friend. He always smiled, shared and played fair, but even the children that stuck around were dragged away. At the end of each day he was left alone with still no one to care where he went that night. So after a while he decided to stop trying and made his way up the high hills to find a cave where he could be alone. This is where you'll find him, watching over the town, playing the games he sees the other children play with his now best friend, Mr. Slop, his teddy bear and sole companion. And there he is today, sat with Mr. Slop, playing I Spy.
I spy, in my bulgy eye, something beginning with S,
he said, looking up to the huge angry-faced storm cloud in the sky. Pointing to the sky, he yelped,
"Ah! Storm cloud!"
"Ho, ho, ho,"
grumbled the cloud.
"I'm not just a storm, I'm a snowstorm."
My knobbly knees, thought Osbert. He must hide Mr. Slop and himself deep in the cave till it passes. Grabbing up all his toys, he glanced down to see how the townspeople were preparing. But they were not. The children were still out playing in the streets, and the mums and dads were still chatting and smiling in their gardens.
"They have not seen,"
Osbert shouted to Mr. Slop.
"I must tell them,"
he squealed, and off he ran down the hill with his arms flailing behind him. Down he ran through the town, along the streets, crying the warning of what was heading their way. Panicked, the townspeople looked to the skies. The cloud was now almost upon them.
"Ho, ho, ho," rumbled the cloud, "you won't escape me."
The townspeople took instant action and issued a full evacuation. Everyone was to leave on the bus straight away.
"Oh,"
said Osbert.
"I must go get my friend Mr. Slop."
Off he ran towards his cave.
"Wait for me, I'll be on the last bus stop outside the town,"
he called back over his shoulder to the town. This was scary, thought Osbert as he gathered up his things and quickly made his way back down the hill to wait for the bus. Although he felt good inside for helping the townspeople, perhaps he would find a friend today, he thought. Through the snow came the last bus for town, and out shoved Osbert's hand just in case they could not see him through all the snow. Meanwhile, on board the bus sat the final group of townspeople to evacuate to safety. Every seat was taken. The bus driver looked out at the chilly figure standing by the road and then backed down his full bus. Young and old sat unaware of Osbert standing further down the road. The driver decided he could not stop his bus. After all, he did not want to get stuck here when the snowstorm hit, and could not waste time stopping, so he sped up the bus and rallied straight past poor Osbert, with the rest of the passengers watching him as they flew by. All that night the townspeople said nothing to each other, while hiding in the safety of their snow shelter. Even the children did not whisper or giggle, as all their thoughts were on Osbert, and where was he now, and had he survived the snowstorm? Morning had come, and the sun shone brightly as the townspeople made their way out of the snow shelter and headed back off to their homes, hoping to find them still standing. Everyone kept an eye out for Osbert on the way back, but he was never seen. But he was not gone, and was no longer alone, as the snowstorm the town had feared had brought Osbert everything he'd always wanted: friends.